Hey guys, hey guys, it's your boy MKS with part 3 of my plans for July and possibly beyond. Sorry, I just had to finish my cup of tea there. Anyway, I hope you checked out part 1 and 2 and enjoyed it. If not, please check them out. And as ever, I appreciate any of your comments, likes, sharing of video or anything like that to support my channel, support my poor little small channel. It'll really help a lot. And yeah, I'd appreciate it a lot. So anyway, I hope you're doing well wherever you are, if I didn't already mention that. And so here goes. So as I say, this is continuing on from parts 1 and 2. So please check them out if you haven't already done so. But yeah, here's a list of my plans. So number 21, hope to remember some of my older plans and work on them, and maybe learn some exercises to improve my memory and things like that. But or write some lists or something like that to improve my memory or things like that. But yeah, some of my older goals that I had, and like continue to work on them. Number 22, again, I'd love to have your suggestions of new things I could try or work on or do, or charities that you believe I should support. Like if you suggest any charities or anything that you think I should support, or anything that you think, any tips that you have or suggestions for improving my channel or anything just generally, I'll try and take them on board as best I can. But yeah, so hopefully continue to improve as I go along and learn as I go along as well. Learn and improve, of course, and that sort of thing. Obviously, like one of the things I think is when you learn something, I think the most important thing is that you remember it and actually use it. Otherwise, I think it's a bit pointless to learn things that you're not going to actually remember, and most importantly, that you're not going to use. I think that's a bit pointless. Like that's one of the things I'm not a big fan of academia, because I think so much of it is stuff that you don't really need or use. I suppose you could say a bit like with my habits, though. I have some strange sort of habits and ideals which you could probably argue are a bit trivial as well. So maybe I'd be a bit hypocritical there with like talking about trivial stuff. But yeah, so hope that made some sense. Yeah, so number 23, I hope to support, as I said before, like as many charities as possible, especially from developing or colonized countries. Oftentimes they're sort of the same thing, really. But yeah, so I hope to help as many charities as possible, and like look at fundraising ideas and listen to different fundraising ideas, and hopefully learn as much as I can about potential fundraising ideas for people in what I call the 6, which are indigenous people from Africa, Australasia, the Americas, and Asia, and also Ireland, and also South America, Latin American, sorry, as well. But yeah, so hopefully learn about some ways to fundraise for those groups and how to help more people, especially the disadvantaged people and the 10% poorest people in all possible countries. I suppose that probably partly was inspired by biblical teaching, which is like what you do to the lowest amongst you. I think that might have triggered my idea to like target like the 10% poorest people in all possible countries. But when I try and do fundraising for charity, I always want to know like how the money is going to be used and how it's going to benefit those people. So I don't really believe in giving people money like just for no reason, or just, again, like I said, I think it goes back to like learning things that you're actually going to use. But in this case, like donating to things that are actually going to help people in the long run, and like not just things just to look good or whatever, but actually that are actually going to be of benefit to people who are actually going to use them for positive things. So yeah, I think that I want to know what the end goal is really. Like, so when I support like my friend's school in Africa, in Kenya more specifically, Rare Gem, which helps people with dyslexia and learning disabilities, and also refugees and disadvantaged people. I know that the money goes, well, as far as I'm aware, the money goes towards the people, and I've actually been to that school, so I know it's a legitimate place. So I'm wary about scams that you get sometimes online when it comes to charity, and also whether the money given is actually going to benefit those people. And I almost forgot, sorry, I was going to say, like, I think it'd be great if charities, NGOs, politicians around the world, especially in Africa and Australasia, and whoever else can help would give, as well as individuals, of course, whichever organizations and individuals would give as many people across indigenous people, sorry, from across Africa and Australasia, each a PC, a laptop, and Storicco mobile phone each, and also things which they can use to develop their skills in STEM, especially like software development and programming, coding, and general tech stuff. And I'd also, as I say, love to support writers and artists from Africa and Asia and places like that. Again, and all these groups I've talked about, or all these places I've talked about before as well. Number 24, I'll say I'd love to support, as an anti-imperialist, I'd love to support colonized countries, and I think it'd be cool if minorities or people of color, POC as I say for short, helped people across Africa and Asia and united together more as well. Like I support and encourage like Pan-Asianism, Pan-Africanism and things like that. So I'd love to see also Asia and Africa unite together and support each other more. 25, as I said before, I'd love to support republics as much as possible. I suppose a bit of a bias on mine, it's a preferential or preferred way of government for me. It's like republics, generally speaking. Number 26, again, I'd love to support countries that have been colonized. And normally they are developing countries. If you look at most of the countries that are developing, they have been colonized historically. So I'd love to see them do well. In my opinion, it's a form of justice, dare I say. I'll say I'm not I wouldn't call myself an SJW, social justice warrior. I'd say I'm more of a social justice supporter because I'm not much of a warrior, but I believe in things that I think are more just. Like, to be honest, I think like India was, I think there's lots of evidence to show that India was robbed by Britain. So I think it is just to see India get the money back that they would have had it not been looted, in my opinion. It's a bit like if someone had their house burgled or had their stuff stolen, I'd want to help that person more than the person who steals. But I hope to cover that more in detail in future videos anyway, so I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to cover that in future videos. Number 27, hopefully, if you do subscribe to my channel, if you're a new subscriber or you like my videos, please let me know and I'll try and do the same for your channel if you want. So if I'll try and subscribe to you and like your videos. So I'll do like share for share or like for like and stuff like that as much as possible as well. So I think that would be a way where we could support each other. We could support each other's channels. Sorry. But yeah, so I also hope to be thankful to everyone who's ever helped me, and like I hope God helps me to reward those people, all being well, or God himself rewards those people who have ever helped me or supported me. Number 28, I was thinking like, or I talked about in part 2, like hoping to change things for a new month and having new, I think I covered that in both parts 1 and 2, but I was thinking psychologically, if I apologize for every bad thing I've ever done to God, apologize to God and humanity for every sin or bad thing I've ever done, like then I can move on in July and like not feel guilty about bad things I might have done, mistakes I might have made, or people I might have accidentally or otherwise harmed in the past. So I can like again have a new month where I can think I don't have to be guilty about things I did in the past perhaps, but again be like made anew or whatever. So yeah, hopefully I can easier said than done, but hopefully I can like look to a new beginning. So any mistakes I might have made or anything I feel bad about or ashamed about, I can hopefully again think like I'm going into a new month, so hopefully think positively. Number 29, yeah, I'd love to see who I can network with in the future. Obviously with COVID it's quite difficult to network with other people, but it'd be great to network with people who, especially like-minded people who share the same goals about making the world a better place, philanthropy, charitable ideas and things like that. So again, I'd love to network with people in the future and like build a network of people who share the same goals. I'd love to make something called the MKS team, which would be a group of people who like either, if we're able to travel and things like that, maybe meet up physically, so to speak, or otherwise do it online, where we discuss ideas about making the world a better place, like providing free clean water, safe drinking water, bathing water and things like that, and also edible food for people around the world, so as many people as possible, and that sort of thing. So yeah, shared goals where we discuss and we focus on, I'm normally not very good at focusing, but I think it's a really important thing to do. Like a lot of people say multitasking is really good, but I think in many ways multitasking is kind of a weakness, because if you can focus on one thing at a time, which I struggle with, as I say, I think it's a lot better than people think. So yeah, I think like focusing on those specific things, like if we're gonna, on a particular day, it might be focusing on water aid for the rest of the world or for as many people as possible. We could focus on that one particular thing on that one particular theme. Or another day it could be like providing food for the world who don't have it, people who don't have food and things like that, for as many people as possible, including homeless or disadvantaged people generally. So yeah, focusing on one thing at a time. Hope that made sense. Number 30, again, hope to develop goals and think of new ideas, and again, take on any suggestions on board as well as I possibly can. And sorry if I waffle too much, and I'm out. Peace and love.